Okay, Little Tujunga in a very big Jaguar. I'm not going to push it too hard. I don't know this car. I only sort of know this road. But it's a stick shift XJS convertible, kind of cool. And it's, well, it's just about the coolest road I've ever been on. So. This thing makes some weird noises, but what probably won't come across is the engine is just so smooth and so torquey. I have to kind of go out of my way to avoid lugging it. It's really easy to, and even from like 1,000 RPM, it will make the torque, and then you look down and you're going, ugh, don't do that, that's not nice. It's the 4-liter straight 6, 230 some horsepower in this particular model from the factory, and I think that's a fake car. Luckily I was going slowly, so probably won't have to find out. But anyway, it's not that fast, but you know, it's as fast as I'm ever going to use on a road like this without spending years getting to know it, getting to know the car. It's on all seasons, good all seasons, but all seasons, it's just, you don't need crazy power in this car. 3,000, 4,000. Peak torque is 3,700 and peak horsepower is about 4,700, I think. So you play around in that mid-range, but again, you know, the torque from way down low is there, and just so smooth. There's some weird noises, but the vibrations are basically non-existent. It is great, and this is, you know, it reminds me a little bit, people will cringe, but of my Crown Vic, where it's fairly softly sprung, although not as softly as the Crown Vic, even with my upgrades. But you can tell the geometry is good. This car does not, knock on real wood, does not try and kill you. It is predictable. For a car designed in the early 70s, my God, I can imagine getting into this. You know, in 1975, they built basically this car. I'm not sure when the manual, at least the 5-speed came around. But, you know, they built more or less this car in the mid-70s. And, you know, if you're coming from like a 1970 Thunderbird or something like that, and you get into this, my God. Probably about 3,800 pounds, something like that. And you know, it's so large that you feel the wheelbase. You don't really feel the weight as much as you'd think. It's not a Miata, and I can say that because I literally had a Miata a week ago. And it's not that. But man, for a big GT car that you can do this in, designed, you know, so long ago. I mean, you think about the kind of cars that were coming out in the 70s. This thing was designed the same time as the Pinto. It's just so far from that. The brakes feel very confident. You really have to give them a shove, but once you do, they reward you. And again, all the power that you need. This thing with the V12 and the stick shift, which I'm not sure ever happened. You know, that would be a weapon by standards of the day. But man, this is more than enough, I think, for this kind of driving. Oh, hey, I caught someone. That's almost like a rite of passage, ain't it? Gonna chill for a little bit. The thermostat is stuck open. It is a Jaguar, so things are still wrong with it. But that does mean that it didn't get hot at all on that run. Still actually below the end for normal. I'm gonna give this guy some time to sort himself out and maybe find a turnout if he's really nice. There's one right there. See, that's when I say I don't know the road. I would have known to keep up on that guy a little bit, keep the pressure on, and he probably would have pulled out there. But it is what it is. I can't really come right up on him unless he's going to be... Oh, you coulda. That is... There, you can see that F-150 just... There we go. See, he knows we're in a sporting automobile, even if it probably weighs more than the first F-150. He sees the Jag on the front of this Jag. I'm being very careful not to be overconfident. Again, I don't know this car. I don't know this road. I've got about 2 hours on this road and 7 hours maybe on this car, and obviously not 7 hours of it driving like this. So you've got to be very careful, because as you can see, these roads have very little margin for error. Very little. Being careful not to cross the yellow lines. That's one thing. I've got Matt Farah in my head going, hey, don't cross the effing yellow lines. Which, it's one thing to do that in something roughly the same size, a little smaller but much more precise, like the Mustang I had. Actually, the last time I was on this road was a new 5-liter Mustang last year. And that's the thing is, I'm talking about how great this handles for what it is. It handles maybe not like a car designed 50 years ago, but like a car designed 30 years ago. The steering is, yeah. But it has that sporting intent. I had a 240Z, which had more condition issues than this, that I ran along. I think it was Mulholland was the main spot. I had real fun with it. And it was the same kind of thing where you know, the limits were very low, and no, it was more direct than this, but it's still not direct like a Miata, like the Mustang, like my Velostren back home. But you could tell it was a sports car. It's kind of, how do you describe what a sports car feels like? And it feels like that. It's like back there. My God, that is good. You better have recorded.